This is Salamancer, you're watching SalTV, competitive Team Fortress 2, and did you know Uma Thurman plays TF2? In fact, he's a character in TF2. That is what we're looking at right now, Uma Thurman playing the Scout. It is, of course, actually MGib, and we're going to talk more about him in a little bit. An NATF2 legend, but he is going to be taking this left-hand rollout on CP process, trying to sneak straight out of that choke point and take his opponents by surprise. Ooh, gotta watch out for those stickies, though. He's standing right on top of one, does eat the damage from that, but not the full amount anyway, so that's good. Right now, high ground is owned by MooseFortress 2, and it is going to be MooseFortress versus xBert Gaming, LLC, with Rigel here doing some pretty good damage to his opponents. It is just Bomb and MGib left. Bomb trying desperately to escape here, and it looks like he should be able to. I don't see any scouts chasing him down, so that is going to be good for him. He'll catch up with a soldier. And they are going to have to sit back and probably defend their last unless they get a lot more players up real fast here. And now it is going to be too late. So they have made the call to just sit back. It's a pretty conservative call. But you know, at the very least, they are going to have an Uber, and they're going to have a sniper, and a heavy. Oh, man. Well, Yo Dog's on the sniper right now. Excuse me. And getting way too far forward. It did take a lot of damage from that scout. Not quite enough to kill him. So I don't think the scout expected a full overheal on that sniper. Was not able to get the... if there were an overheal, he would have gotten the kill. I gotta tell you. Oh, man. Sorry about the allergies. So, Yo Dogs just needs to make sure he puts a bullet in that soldier's brain. You know, Yo Dogs, we heard you like bullets, so I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, that's his name, and you know that's the only thing I know about him because he has only had one season. This is his first season of ESEA, so that's all the history I got. Anybody else wants to help me out in my stream chat, they certainly can, but that's all I know about the guy. He is going to be continuing to snipe, though, here on defense for a little while. Neither team has popped their Uber yet, so we are going to see this normal stalemate, especially on a map like CP Process, where the last point here is very large. There's a lot of distance for the attacking team to cover, very narrow choke points, and so that all those things combine and conspire to make MooseFortress team's attack here a little bit tough. And MGib starting the troll. MGib makes a lot of like trolly posts on NATF2, I think. Although, according to Techno, he is a really nice guy who just likes to snipe a lot. Right now, he's not on the sniper. It is actually Hibachi on the sniper. Hibachi Moose, that is. And that is going to be... let's see if he can't spot out any opponents. I don't think he's going to see any here unless Yo Dogs is still standing around there, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Anyway, Hibachi here on the sniper right now has been playing since Season 8. In fact, pretty much all of the MooseFortress team, nobody is older than the Season 8 as far as I know. And I think only one of them has actually been on an intermediate team. That is going to be... well, actually, no, never mind. None of these guys have been on IM, I don't think. So they're all pretty much open players, as opposed to the xBert Gaming team, who have a lot of seasoned veterans. Mamadou Grills, in particular, has been playing Source games, anyway, since like Season 2 of ESEA. He played a lot of Counter-Strike back in the day and switched over in Season 8 to competitive Team Fortress 2. Has been doing a pretty good job on the soldier there. I've played with him a couple times and watched some games of his, and he's a pretty chill dude. Like playing with him. But he's also pretty darn good at this game. And so we are going to sit back and watch as MooseFortress 2 tries to pick out when they're supposed to push. Jerry's asking, "Hey guys, how do we do this? I don't understand." And this is no, hang on. What are we doing? Well, apparently it is going to be an offensive engineer. There is no defensive engineer here. It's just the offensive engineer. Cute, I like it. But I think what we're going to have happen, the Uber does pop a little bit early. And they are going to try and distract here because Hibachi's going to walk in and lay down probably a level 3 sentry. He does drop it down right away. It is not being spammed yet. No, that is in fact just a level 1 sentry. So, interesting. It does get taken down right away. And MooseFortress 2, that really did not work at all. So, not sure what was going on there. But yes, I know I am casting this over a match that's happening tonight. I do feel bad, but I get stuff on my channel. Anyway, MooseFortress 2, I mean, that attack just was not not destined to work very well. An offensive engineer, not usually a terribly easy thing to make work, especially on a last point that is so huge, where MooseFortress 2, I mean, they were all sitting really far back. Engineer trying to cover that much ground just by himself, that's not going to work at all. So, not a great strategy. Both teams about to have even Ubers here, and so it's going to be tough to see whether xBert gaming team on blue can push in or not, because they are going to take some damage, you would think, if they try to push through these choke points. They are in fact very narrow and very long. You can spam a lot through these, deal a lot of damage to the attacking players, and that's what they're going to do right now. The heavy takes maybe like one pistol shot here, maybe two, but nobody else pushing at the moment. A little bit of spam coming in from both teams, but really it's going to start getting a little bit stalematy here. It is CP process, and it does tend to get that way sometimes. Well, Jerry once again kind of making the joke here, like, okay guys, we're both in the playoffs. Whose turn is it to push? I don't know, but MGib actually saying, okay, well I guess we'll just make it my turn then. Walks right into Real, takes him down. Now trying to take down this scout here as well, dealing a heck of a lot of damage, but he's not able to get the kill quite yet, and now a bunch of players for the xBert team have died. So not sure where half their team was pushing. Maybe they were trying to get a force Uber out of Syntic on the Moose team, but they weren't able to do it, and so now they do have a significant player disadvantage. Oh, they do force that Uber, though, with some very well-placed spam damage coming in. Good jump away, but what a shot by Tiny Pants Huggin. Oh, Thuggin. Tiny Pants Thuggin. My apologies. Although, I gotta say, Huggin is way better than Thuggin if you gotta choose between the two. Bomb does not want to walk over that bomb. Makes sense. But he does want to try and catch up with his scouts, who are doing a fantastic job of cleaning up on that point. And so now the xBert gaming team is going to be able to come out and capture mid finally for the first time this game. So they're playing a very methodical game right now. They're waiting for the MooseFortress 2 team to push into them most of the time. They did try to make the one push with MGib on heavy, but that didn't work very well. But really their defensive game has been pretty solid. And once the enemies wipe out attacking them, that is when we get to see them push forward and take ground. Until then, they're just going to be kind of a brick wall. And man, the allergies are just so bad today. It's been pretty bad all week, actually. Don't live in Houston is kind of the message I'm trying to get across here. And yeah, once again, our blue team is going to sit back. They've taken 1 point. That's all they wanted to do. They've got an Uber advantage, and they're not even pressing it right now. I'm surprised by that, actually, because I think that they should be. But, oh, this is why. It's because Hibachi's on the sniper, and they don't want to have to pop that Uber early. So they are waiting for Hibachi to go down, or for their opponents to try to push in or something. Hibachi does just narrowly avoid that little rocket there. No spam's going to hit him, and he will get a nice quick overheal. Ooh. And there is the Uber ready to go. And, oh, interesting, xBert does push in. So Bomb decides to bring the Uber straight through that choke. He does force the Uber out of Syntic, but you look at how much later that Uber is going to finish for the MooseFortress 2 team. They might be able to take advantage of this. Doing some decent damage to this med. He will go down, and that is the first kill of this exchange. It's a fairly important one, as a lot of players are going to be now trying to bomb in after the red med here. Syntic taking a bit of damage, but not a lot, and so you do see if xBert Gaming can't get that kill, there's going to be a giant Uber advantage. Oh, they do get the kill, though. Yo Dogs eating a pillow to the face there to get finished off, but he did take out Syntic, a very important kill. And here comes the SMG. Oh, snap, MGib with the SMG. So we did say he was going to snipe, and snipe he will. And now he's going to start trying to help the rest of the team move forward here. I do think we should, fairly soon, see the xBert team move forward onto this second point, a.k.a. the puppy. Deal with it. Although we might see a pause instead. Alright. Not a lot happened there, except we did have a sub come in, and oh, MGib with a nice shot on long neck. And taking out the scout as well, so this is not looking good for the Moose team right now, as xBert taking that second point, and there's only 3 players left alive on defense for Moose. They are going to lose this point. There's pretty much nothing that can be done. Headshotting Syntic, waiting. You notice that that sniper, MGib right here, who is wearing a very stylish hat. What he did... Oh, he's still wearing it on the scout, too. Oh, man, this guy This guy, plus that's his icon on NATF2 forums right there on his sign. Man, mgib is just decked out. All right, anyway, you'll notice that when he was taking that headshot, he actually waited for the medic to land, and he had his mouse cursor pre-positioned where that medic was going to land after his jump. It's a beautiful thing. If enemies are like just walking in a straight line and jumping, just practice like aiming where they are going to land, where that head is going to be when they land, and so many headshots apparently, just like mgib's doing. But the xBert gaming team here is starting to lose a couple players. It is 1 full health soldier versus 2, and now 1, now 0 very low health scouts, and so that means that Andzoi, aka I am Root, that's what it used to be called anyway, not anymore, is going to stand here taunting while he captures. Now he's got to be careful because his opponents could come in and try to get the kill, but apparently that's not happening so far. Triple taunt, nope, quad taunt, maybe even 5x taunt. But no, I am Root does help capture that. And so he's been mostly in open. He was actually on Team Mayhem in Intermediate last season, which is pretty darn cool. So clearly the guy knows his stuff about TF2. And a lot of the xBert team have been playing a little bit longer and a little bit higher divisions than the MooseFortress team. So MooseFortress, a couple new players, and a couple of oh, I thought we were paused there. mgib taking another shot there at long neck, so still on the sniper. Anyway, my point was a little bit more experience on the xBert team, but doesn't help Andzoi deflect those rockets. And Hibachi's coming in trying to get this finishing blow on Marmaduke Grills, and he does take him down. And somebody asked Marmaduke why he put Grills as part of his name, and I think it's just because he liked Bear Grylls. But apparently he also likes the cartoon dog Marmaduke. It's just so cute. Can you imagine like Marmaduke going out into the wild and trying to survive? You know, an entire comic about that dog drinking its own piss. I can imagine. Anyway, MooseFortress 2 now back up to the last point here once again, and we'll see which classes they decide to roll here. As Hibachi's probably going to respawn on Sniper. Jerry is on the Heavy right now with Killing Gloves of Boxing. He's got classic. He's got the Team Fortress 2 party hats and the summer shades. So that's a Heavy that is not long for this world. Nice little headshot there by mgib, but Hibachi actually takes him down, so a good counter snipe means that at the very least the xBert team is going to be down 1 player, but they have managed to kill the Heavy, which is a very important kill. It's a lot of HP and damage off the field real fast. Now Bomb is thinking about maybe backing out here because his team is not doing that well in this attack. Probably should have backed out because Jerry is just going to finish him off. Oh, Marmaduke, though, nobody noticed. He actually got into this bunker behind the point, and nobody sees him up in there. He may just go for the back cap. He's got to be careful, but he is watching through the window as everybody from the red team decides to walk out there. He's going to go straight for this back cap. I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop him. They're going to stack the point. Oh, no, a scout does come in, but he doesn't get on the point fast enough. Marmaduke Grills managing, really, like, that scout screwed up. He should have just run onto the point, plus forward, maybe did a little bit of a jump. But if he had just stood on that point for half a second, a quarter of a second, his team would have capped second and kept that round. It's got to feel bad on MooseFortress. So, a good little sneaky back cap there, though, by Marmaduke Grills and a black box soldier. So I'm thinking this is going to be their roamer deciding just to run the black box, but that's kind of hilarious, actually. And he does get a kill. It's Carrie. I think he's subbing right now. Carrie was on the dinosaurs, so the only member at the moment of MooseFortress 2 that was on an intermediate team. And no, he was not with them when they were in invite, but he was with them when they were on intermediate. So no, Carrie is running that black box. Let's watch how he plays for a little bit. He does take down mgib just fine. Right now, he's actually pocketing, so you don't really want to see the black box, I don't think, when you're pocketing. I mean, maybe you'll stay alive a little bit longer, but and oh, he's gunboating. He's definitely a roamer. Like you don't, you just don't play pocket and only have 3 rockets available and nothing else to defend your medic. So this is definitely a roamer loadout. Interesting that he is staying so close to the med though. As a roamer, he really should be on the flank more. So I'm kind of surprised by most of this. He needs to go back on the flank. Oh, a nice little uber force there by Andzoi, aka oh, I had his name. I am Root.
Our control point is being captured.
And Carrie jumping in just to help this cap finish up. Now, I think that the black box gives you, what, like 15 health back every time you hit a player. And he's going to come in here, and you do see he is trying to get that health back. Looks like Hibachi does come in on the heavy and manages to finish off the med just fine. So it's going to be Tiny Pants Thuggin trying his best to defend this point with the sticky bombs, but it is too late. And it is now 2-1. xBert Gaming versus MooseFortress 2. But Marmaduke Grills here, we're probably going to watch him do the equalizer rollout. Yep, so we'll see just which way he goes, because sometimes that is interesting. Just to figure out exactly where they're going on these rolls. But I am pretty darn sure it's a very standard rollout on CP process. You just kind of get through this main choke, and you try to take the ground behind your crates. So some good high ground ownage right now. High ground possession by xBert Gaming. Marmaduke standing up here and not letting anybody else pass. Kind of doing the Gandalf thing. And so everybody is still alive on MooseFortress right up until then, where Marmaduke and Yo-Dogs got a couple kills there. Plus now the Medic combo is sort of surrounded. Medic does go down for MooseFortress, and they do force an Uber out of xBert Gaming. So that is their only silver lining on this cloud right now, is that their opponents won't have like a massive Uber advantage pushing into last, but they probably will have still a pretty good one, because you look at Cintiq and he's still not respawned yet. Plus MGib catching a scout unawares. That is going to be Hibachi getting taken down once again, and MGib is not done. He's going to try and finish off this other scout as well. Does do it. Jerry Jiggler is down. That's a 2-kill for MGib. Oh man. So now we're going to watch Tiny Pants as he decides to walk in here. Oh, gotta watch out for the sticky traps. But he will just try and press Long Neck back a little bit. And by the way, if you go to the ESEA website and check out Long Neck's page, just his player page on ESEA, that is one Long Neck turtle. Like, it's a pretty awesome picture on his avatar, I gotta say. So anyway, we will see... What the heck was that? Did I hear something? Did I just hear feedback from my own mic? I don't even know. Anyway, we are going to see the xBert Gaming team pushing in. In fact, they push in right away. There is the Uber. So they did not wait a second. And I would not be surprised if this is one of those teams that could probably compete, at least in lower intermediate. Now, they are getting a little bit killed here by the MooseFortress team, but it's not going to be nearly enough. And there you go. That's going to bring it to the half. 3-1 right now for xBert Gaming versus MooseFortress. Okay, well, we just barely missed there going into the second half. Anzoy was kind of clipping through his partner in crime, Tiny Pants Thuggin. And they have, of course, changed... Ooh, nice little rocket jumps there. Changed sides, so now xBert Gaming is in the red. Their opponents, MooseFortress, are in the blue. And we get to see who decides to go on in this tournament. xBert looking solid so far with 3-1 lead, but MooseFortress could bring it back. Now, they have lost a couple players here, but Hibachi's trying to get in on the med. He is going to have to retreat for a little while, as his med is now getting some pressure on him. Scouts trying to focus Hibachi down as much as possible, but it is not going to happen just yet. And there goes MGib taken down. Hibachi's like, no, screw you. Your 2K doesn't matter now. Plus, here comes some nice spam from that med. Bomb just trying to get away from this sticky situation, and he probably will. Gonna have to keep his team healed up here, and the Ubers are even. So both teams have Uber, but Blue already ready to push in here and capture the puppy, which I've also heard called various other things, but I gotta tell you, man, there's nothing else it could possibly be in the world. And the Ubers are popped. It remains to be seen who will do better after these, but so far it looks like the xBert Gaming team is just a little bit better off, and they've taken down Real Carry. They've even killed, oh no, they haven't killed a med yet. That's one of the only players they have not killed. But Anzoy in behind, beautiful flank here. That is how you play roaming soldier, ladies and gents, is get on the flank. He didn't even abuse unlocks, if you've seen that video. But he's definitely, like, non-stop chasing these flanks, at least at the moment. Trying to chase that scout down a little bit. Oh, he called that out too. Actually, the scout was right there. Could take him out, but he does take down Jerry. He called out where that scout was. The rest of his team was already in position to take advantage of that. So he cut off the scout from his escape route and the rest of his team. And there's just nothing Jerry could do about it. So pretty much had to die. Long Neck now down as well. So no demo at the moment for MooseFortress. And their medic, she is in trouble as well. So Cintiq going to get taken out. That is not looking good at the moment for the MooseFortress team. Yeah, not a lot they can do about this cap. Except that actually, the second point, the puppy, has not been captured yet. So there is a spawn camp going up right now, but this soldier is going to say, no, sir. Stops camping my spawn. Didn't quite manage to kill the med, but only 20 health left on bomb. He's going to have to retreat for a little while. And still the second point not captured. Why aren't the scouts finishing that off? I don't know. And in fact, I'm willing to bet this is Bomb actually finishing the cap right now. Yep. Bomb was up there by himself, capping for a while, just like, guys, come on. Somebody should be up here doing this. Okay, so that was ridiculous. xBert Gaming now going to send MGib forward with a nice overheal to try to chase this scout down. He's probably not going to get the kill on Hibachi, but getting decently close. Oh, he does take him down. No heals for you. So there is a one-player advantage here. There's also a Pyro. Hang on. We're going to watch Jerry on the Pyro for a little while. See whether he can make anything happen. Oh, by the way, thinking about putting some t-shirts out there at some point. And one of them, I'm thinking it would be pretty hilarious, because I say this phrase all the time. But it should be a soldier trying to, like, fit a square peg into a round hole, one of those, like, children's games. Oh, nice Uber pop. Jerry just trying to shut that down for a little bit, but he does get taken out very quickly. And a bunch of players getting pretty close to this final point. xBert Gaming, yeah, pushing in and dominating 4-1 right now. Anyway, this is a t-shirt. That was a nice push by xBert. We're going to see this next mid-fight here, but the t-shirt would be a soldier trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. And it would say, let's see what he can't make happen, because I say that all the time, apparently. Anyway, this was looking like a really good match right now for xBert, though. It's when they get their stuff together and get the points captured that they're supposed to have captured, they're definitely out DMing their opponents most of the time. Probably calling their focuses a little bit better. Syntic goes down right away along with Jerry. 2 players down for xBert as well, but they have not lost their med, and the longer they stay up, the longer this fight goes on, the better it is for xBert, because not only they're building the Uber, but they also get a heal advantage. So if somebody gets hurt, he can just rotate back, jump to the medic, get some heals on, and let the rest of his team try to deal with the remaining players. Just now, Syntic does get up, so the meds are going to be even once again, but the Ubers are not even. In fact, xBert Gaming do have 100%. Carry was going for a flank there, not going to work. And so that means one player down. Hibachi, can he save MooseFortress right now? Oh, he's on the last, actually, so probably not. He's pretty much just going to be watching for when that medic tries to walk in, or anybody, really. But a medic pick would be perfect. And no, too late, the Uber does come in, so Hibachi changes back over to Scout just to sneak out here. And they're trying to capture the high ground up here. So that's an interesting use of the Uber, just trying to capture this bunker so they can hold on to it and keep the high ground. Right now, it's looking pretty good for xBert Gaming. They've killed Syntic, and there's only a couple players left alive to defend this. The demo even down, but there is a Pyro up now, and that is Real, or whatever. I say Real because he used to be called Realpolitik, which is German. But actually, the xBert Gaming team losing almost all their players here, including a nice reflect onto Marmaduke by Real. So, wicked cool. Means that MooseFortress actually defended it, and they could come back and capture their second point. Might get some momentum going here. They do lose both their scouts, though. And so, I think that might have been a sticky trap. Not sure what killed them. Didn't check the kill feed. My bad. Oh, and Real gets taken down, too. So there's only 3 players left alive for MooseFortress. Once again, they are in trouble right now. Their opponents are going to be pushing in. No Uber ready for xBert, but they could still, they could have tried to come in with their player advantage, and they are. Marmaduke comes in, tries to get that sneaky capture, but, oh man, Jerry and Longneck going crazy on these guys. So both soldiers are down now for the xBert Gaming LLC team. And Sigtis just needs to make sure she keeps healing her team here and staying alive, because with this Uber advantage, they can push forward pretty darn well. Oh, they've also got to watch out for, who is that on the sniper right now? Marmaduke. Marmaduke actually sniping. Okay, interesting. So there's 2 scouts. MGib would have been a good choice for sniper, but, you know, Marmaduke on the roaming soldier, not a bad choice either. And I think maybe they realize there's a sniper because they are keeping Syntic perfectly protected in this bunker right now. That is a good choice. And it's pretty much going to force the issue with xBert. Well, it's not going to force it, I guess, because what they can do, bear in mind, it is still 4-1. There's like 23 or 24 minutes left to go in this half, but if they want to, the xBert Gaming team could literally just sit here until the match gets reset. They just be like, okay, that's fine. You want to hide? We'll hang out because we know we can win this just based on time. parking the bus, as it's called, over in the Eurozone. Apparently, the European Central Bank also trying to park the bus on the issue of austerity, but I don't think it's going to work for them very well because time is running out. Econ. Anyway, xBert, yeah, I don't think they're really in a rush to push right now. They're going to want to get a couple nice picks with Marmaduke on the sniper. They're not going to get the med, though, unless SalTV decides to peek her head outside this doorway, which she will not. Pretty good positioning up here. Tactical play. They do lose Tiny Pants Thuggin on xBert, so Hibachi on the counter sniper getting a nice kill. Plus, a little bit of spam coming in and dealing damage to Marmaduke, forcing him out of this hallway. Will mean that potentially MooseFortress, well, they can't seem to be more aggressive because they have to stick back with their med, keep her protected, and keep the heals on. If the heals aren't on, then it's very difficult to be aggressive at all. Plus, they want to make sure they find where that sniper is, and right now I don't think they even know. Not knowing where a sniper is, that is a scary prospect because you can lose your head at any point. Marmaduke was trying to get that sniper on the heavy. Didn't work out for him. Also has a pan. And yes, the pan sound is just mega annoying. It is so ridiculously loud. And now they've given it to every class, especially the scouts, because they swing melee weapons so much faster. It's just super annoying. At the start of like every round, people sit there and bang on each other with pans until the cows come home. Uber forced actually to both teams, and Marmaduke taken down. giving that down as well. Only 3 players left alive for xBert Gaming, so once again, the MooseFortress 2 team do hold on. This last point is a very easy one to hold on to. But they didn't manage to kill the med. And there is still a demo man up to lay stickies down at these doorways, so it can be very difficult for MooseFortress to push back out. It's been about 4 minutes, almost 4.5 minutes since we first saw these teams, since MooseFortress 2 first lost their second point. Okay, I'm going to not try to say those words in that order again because that was dumb. Anyway, double spy play, because that is what's important right now. Marmaduke and mgib both going spy. I'm not even sure if they're taking this game that seriously. They probably feel like, oh yeah, we can win, whatever. Hibachi takes down Yo Dogs right away. But Marmaduke, I wonder, are they... So, double spy play is an interesting thing to do. They could do one of two things. They could either just try and get a really fast cap, or they could try to go for like double stabs, or they could do, you know, one person goes for stabs, the other one person goes for a cap. I don't know. A quick cap, though, isn't going to work because there's a bunch of stickies on the point, so they're going to have to go for the stabs. And right now I'm thinking mgib's probably going to go for the first stab because he's in a better position. He's going to try and... getting in that bunker is going to be so tough, though, because he's going to have to walk right by these guys. Yeah, that's a tough thing to do. Plus, where's he going to decloak? You can't... Oh, okay. Well, you're done. You're done, mgib. Get out. Anyway, we need to find Marmaduke, because he is on the other side. And they are going to be looking for... Oh, no. So both spies are still alive. mgib very hurt. The problem is, now they're looking for one spy. Having 2 spies just does not help at all. Because they're going to be spy checking everywhere. They are not going to be letting their medic die to this. Like, look what they're doing. Every time, every time they think anybody could be getting any close. Well, incoming Uber, and the counter Uber is popped for MooseFortress, and this is the problem with running a spy. These spies are going to be worthless for this entire duration of the Uber, and probably afterwards as well. They do take down Tiny Pants right away. mgib is already down. Where is Marmaduke? He is just sitting back behind. The only thing that is good for Marm right now is that they don't know he's there. They think they've already killed the spy, and they have killed a bunch of players, actually. mgib's still on the spy. He just respawned as that. This is pretty wacky. And Marmaduke, you're in trouble. So he's going to go for some headshots here. Probably not going to hit those. And he does get completely owned. So MooseFortress taking advantage of their opponent's lax offense there with the double spy. They do push forward. Yo Dog's on the sniper. Not able to get any shots off yet. And he's getting some pressure now. This is what you got to do to a sniper. Try and use flank routes. Everybody's got to pressure him at the same time. He's trying to take down SalTV, but good dodging there means that Yo Dog's going to be in trouble, and there is the pressure taking him out. mgib coming up behind SalTV now. Does anybody notice this? I don't think they do. And he gets taken out. So, fails the stab. Meanwhile, I am sneezing up a storm, but at least I have a mute button on my microphone, so you don't have to hear it. mgib is... So he's trolling around a little bit. If it was garbage, mgib, why were you using it? That's the question. So maybe you just can't use it very well. Oh, anyway. No, we've seen some excellent spy play, but it's always a risk playing spy in 6v6, especially when you're playing double spy. That's not even a risk anymore. That's usually just stupid. Anyway, xBert Gaming losing almost all their players right now. They do have their med left alive, but not healing anyone, which means that, getting caught out a little bit. Soldier jumping straight in, and Bomb is in trouble, gets taken out. Real is in position to just quick domino capture this. Of course, he's probably going to get taken out. But MooseFortress with an uber advantage, just gotta wait for their players to get in position here. Hibachi coming up as the heavy. Marmaduke is thinking about going for a bomb in and trying to get the medic kill. He does spot the med, but no, too far away. Would not have been able to make those jumps successfully. So he will back off for a little bit. Is he thinking about changing classes? Maybe he was, but he does realize that Yo Dogs right now is on the sniper. And now his fellow soldier Ansoy was jumping in, trying to force a pop or get the kill on Cintiq, and Cintiq was nowhere to be found. So once again, we're watching MooseFortress ready to push now. Both teams do have a heavy, MGib on the heavy as well as Hibachi. And Yo Dogs is going to be like, oh, well, they're already Ubered, darn it, I'm going to have to go change classes. Because really, I mean, the reason you keep that sniper there is, oh, nice kill. The reason you keep the sniper there is just to take out the med before he pops his Uber as they're walking in through the doorway. And if you can't manage to do it, well, what's the point, right? So Real is just like, come on, what is this? Don't understand why there is so much off-classing in this game. But anyway, it is ESEA Open, so off-classing can work pretty well in a lot of situations because just nobody expects it or really knows how to respond to it properly. Anyway, MooseFortress team getting back out here once again. They are losing their demo man, and Real is going to be out of the fight for a little while, so it's almost as bad as losing the soldier. Hibachi now down, and so is Cintiq. So xBert is looking pretty expert right now with a P for this mid-fight anyway. Oh, beautiful direct rocket hit there. The soldier walked right into it, and carry is down. So a couple respawners there for MooseFortress, but that is really all they got left. And where? Oh no, he's respawned as well. Ooh, Real was trying to jump in, and he almost got the kill on Bomb. Sorry we missed that, but you know, not much health left on this guy. But he's still got his party hat on, so he is still ready to celebrate the new year. And yes, I am aware it's June, okay? But it's New Year's somewhere, like on Mercury.
Alert. Our control point.
Well, anyway, the incoming Uber here is going to cause havoc with the MooseFortress team. And I am pretty darn sure this is probably going to be the end of the game. Yeah, they are taking out this heavy very quickly. Going for the Ubersaw kill. Bomb takes down Jerry Jiggler, and he's going to go for a second one. Finishes off Cintiq as well. That is going to be that. It's GG. And apparently we're stuck inside the medic's head. But that was a pretty good game there between xBert Gaming and MooseFortress in ESEA Open. And let me just pull up my my brackets real quick here because I'm going to give a little tiny bit of anti-spoiler time. Not a lot. But a little bit. So we're going to see exactly what's going on there. Whether this was... because I forget whether this was upper round or lower round. And it looks like it was the lower round. Yes, it was. This was lower round too. So that means that MooseFortress is eliminated from the tournament. xBert Gaming goes on to play against Delta Fox Gaming. And the winner of that will go on to play against the Weekend Warriors. And then the winner of that goes on to lower round 5. And then there's going to be lower round 6 because the loser of Runaway 5. Anyway, they've got like 5 more games to play before they get to the championship of ESEA. Open. Just open. So they got their work cut out for them. But, I mean, xBert Gaming looking like a good team. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some more of them in the future in this playoff season, but do keep watching the playoffs at XTV on my channel, wherever you possibly can, POVs, whatever you want to watch, if there are any out there anyway, because they're awesome, and this is going to be a pretty exciting season. I know that I-46 is exciting, but even more important right now is the ESEA LAN is going to be super exciting. That's in Dallas. I will be there. You need to be there, because we should meet up, we should hang out, and we should watch all these godly TF2 players and how they play at LAN. It is pretty amazing. I've been to a couple already. So, with that said, do hit subscribe if you are still hanging around and this is your first time checking out youtube.com/fatmop. Do that, and I will see you later.